Hello! Today I'm going to share with you how we built a wonderful overhang, or also called an eyebrow, over our entry door at our house. We did this because we wanted to provide some nice shade along with also protection from the rain, because every time we would go in and out the door and you're carrying groceries and you try to unlock the door and you're getting rained on is not fun. So those are the few reasons why we built this. I highly recommend one if you don't have one yet. So what we started out with is we had 3 2x8-inch pressure treated boards, and they were 10 feet long, and we placed those 3 right up on the house over the tar par that was already there. And we did have to cut out the siding, so we just used a tool to cut out the siding, or my husband used a tool to cut out the siding. And we attached those boards with some really big lag screws to take care of that. And I stained them black just so they would look nice and classic for a while. Then we made 7 triangle supports, and we did that with using 2x4 pressure treated wood. And we attached those on each end with some corner brackets. And this allowed for it to just be more stable, because then we also used some nice long black lag screws that went in, and you can kind of see it with the picture here, but also black so that it kind of just blended in and we wouldn't see those. So really the only thing that you do see is the silver corner brackets. And then after we attached the 2x4, the triangles made out of the 2x4 pressure treated wood, then we used a 2x4 piece of pressure treated wood to go along the end or the face of all the triangles, and that was also 10 feet long, so it was the same distance as the whole thing. And that also allowed us to make sure that triangles were nice and straight at the ends. After we added the plate on there and we just had the 2 ends on, then we added the rest of the triangles on there with just lag bolts and then hooking them to that plate, just making sure that the distance was the same between each of them. And we pre-measured ahead of time to know how many we would want in between the 2 on the ends. And I don't remember the distance that we put in between each of them, but it was probably it was somewhere between 2 feet or so. So once we attached all of that, then we put some strapping along the top, and we evenly spaced that out, so there was some strapping along the top edge, and then in the middle, and then down at the very bottom. And this was to allow us to be able to put on the metal roofing, to hook the bolts down into on the metal roofing, and to make it a nice even surface for the roofing to go on. Once we did that and attached the roofing, the metal roofing, then we did put a drip edge over the top underneath the siding of the house and over the top of the metal roofing, and then that allowed it to just flow nicely so that no rain would get, or no water would get underneath the structure and come down on us. It wasn't really important about like making sure that there's no water in there to ruin it, because it's all pressure treated. It was more just so it doesn't come in and make us wet, and then also to not get on to the siding underneath. We did finish off finishing the siding with some J edging, and to make it all look nice, and we were very happy with this project. Feel free to leave some questions in the comments if you have any about this project. It was really one of the best things that we have done, and well, we've done so many projects, but it was one of the ones that really were needed, so that way we could be dry when we entered the house. So one of the most practical projects we did on this home. Please click like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Help my YouTube channel grow. And I'll see you in the next video. If you find my videos useful or entertaining, please click like and subscribe. Thank you.